The following program is brought to you by the letter C for capitalism. Turns out Big Daddy Forza was not too happy with the old economy. And they decided it's time to redistribute the wealth out of our pockets by making the most expensive seasonal playlist that I've ever seen. Starting off with a Bentley that is $4 million, all the way to a Ferrari F40 worth almost $1.5 million. You'll be almost $6 million in the hole before you know it. But might as well teach them young. Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain.
This is all about how the man can really just do whatever they want. No, the lanterns are not in the game yet. I can't believe people are still mad about me quote-unquote clickbaiting them when it's the most obvious, not actually how you do it video, seeing as in the thumbnail, the lantern that's there is 20 feet in the air with no jumps in sight. Second of all, the car that you need to do it in, the Toyota AT whatever, isn't even in the game yet. It just got put in this week. So if you just used, a little power of deduction, reasoning, logic, if you weren't a complete moron, you probably wouldn't have fallen for it and been so upset. But you're welcome for telling you that it's not in the game yet, because clearly you can't even use half a brain cell to figure that out for yourself. Which brings us to today's guide. We're gonna do it Sesame Street style, as if you're literally 5 years old, because you have the mental capacity of a 5-year-old, apparently.
Do you see Uncle A.T.? Wow, he's visiting today, kids. Isn't that great? Now, you might not be able to understand this in your little brains, but this might mean that pretty soon we're going to be able to do the lanterns. Wow, because you need this vehicle to do the lanterns, and if you check the auto show / auction house, you would have been able to figure out it's not even in the game. Wow, then you wouldn't have been clickbaited so easy like a moron. Cool. Today's gonna be a real fun day. But don't worry, I went and checked already. The lanterns still aren't here yet. I know you're gonna be angry about it, but it's just 'cause you're a grumpy gills and it's past your bedtime, Oscar the Grouch. Go comment on someone else's YouTube video and keep bringing negativity to your life. Alright, so now that the children have been put to bed, you're gonna get your $4 million Bentley. It still hurts to say this. And you can do all of the challenges to do with this Bentley without upgrading the Bentley at all. Upgrading it might make your life a little bit easier, but it's really not that hard. All doable without upgrades. You can do the speed zone, find a nice slow speed zone. I recommend the one in the bottom of the map here. The races, you'll just race fellow Bentleys, and you can change the difficulty, so it's really not that hard to get done. And last but not least, we got to drive 100 miles. What? I wonder if they realize how much 100 miles is. Like, I don't even think the map is 100 miles you go all the way around the perimeter of the map. I don't even know if that's 100 miles. A lot of miles. I've probably done 20 if I'm lucky. Now, I know some of you may not be able to count to 100. Today's episode has been all about counting. Counting the amount of time it takes you to finish all this bull crap, especially with the longest playground modes in the world. Counting how much money Forza wants to take from you. If you've ever needed to practice counting, today's the day. Class? Are you a class? No, it's not a class. Everyone? That's what a kid's show would say. Come on, everyone. Let's do it together. I'm pretty sure our politicians have been taking notes from kids' shows at this point. They're just watching them with their kids. It's like, that's a great saying. I'm going to say that. Look, everyone, we're going to get through this together. Oh, you're definitely going to want to do the Baja California race as early as possible, because as the week goes on, the good players finish it and don't come back. The bad players continue to try, and you will get stuck in hell. You're going to want to do this race in the Trail Cat. I'll put a tune on screen, makes it easy. First try if you're good. The reason the Trail Cat works is because you're also going to need the Trail Cat to do another seasonal challenge.
And you can get the Trail Cat for free in the accolades by completing and winning, I believe, all of the cross-country events, or buy it for $75,000 from the auto show. It's pretty cheap.
All right, kids, time for recess.
So for this one, you guys are just going to need yourself a retro rally. Seeing as this here event doesn't really matter if you win or lose, I recommend using what you have. I am going to be using the Subaru. You could also use the Peugeot if you've been following along the Horizon story. You should have access to this car. These guys are cheating up here. What the heck? Come on. We got to play Red Rover properly. Green light, blue light. What are we playing? A side tip, throwing the game makes the game go faster. So if you're, not that I'm encouraging any of you to be just not putting in effort in life. That's not me at all. The games that nobody likes, but Forza makes us play. It's like Squid Game or something, except we don't get any money. Horizon Arcade, much easier now than you may have remembered if you haven't done one in a while. Pick your favorite one, Air, Drift. I believe the, what do they call it, Chaos one. That one's pretty easy. They're all pretty easy. Just pick an appropriate car. If you're doing drift, pick a Formula Drift car. Air, pick something fast, pick something off-road fast. You get the idea? I don't know how to explain things to children. You get car. You follow event. You win.
Now remember, class, what do we do if we're in danger? Yell stranger danger.
That's right. And what do we do if there's a danger sign? Well, we grab that Mitsubishi that we just got our hands on, and we, it is a B-class, and we're going to jump it. We're going to jump that danger sign. We're going to send a car flying off of it. Because what we need to teach kids today is don't fear danger. Don't fear failure, okay? Just pedal to the metal, put your life at risk, all right? That's what we need to be teaching. And that's what I'm here to do in my guide. Let's give you all the help you could ever want. You're going to want to make sure you get a nice big run-up for this, though. Somewhere around this field. All right, so it's doable in the GTO stock, but you need like the world's longest run-up. You're going to need about 145 miles an hour in this thing. I guess it's lighter. It doesn't drop like a sack of potatoes. The other car is also possible, but you're going to need another big run-up or a couple of speed modifications. Just make you go a little bit faster, but make sure you keep it in the B class. If you want a little bit of a challenge, it is doable in the GTO. You just got to go way back here when you start. See, there you go, 145. So somewhere around here. It's all about doing this on a budget at this point, because this is the most expensive seasonal playlist I have seen. By a long shot. But here you go, 146, 145, and boom. Danger sign complete. Welcome to the second reason why you're not getting any Christmas presents this year. A Ferrari F40. Or birthday presents, whatever comes first. You cannot use the Ferrari F40 Competizione. You cannot use the competition Ferrari F40 that you get in the barn. You have to go out and spend around $1 million to get yourself one. You might be able to get lucky in the auction house. Both the Bentley and the Ferrari can be found for a little bit cheaper in the auction house, but seeing as it's a hot commodity right now with the playlists and everything, they're not exactly cheap. Later in the week, people might be willing to let them go for a little bit less. Might be less competition, but don't get your hopes up. So go ahead and find yourself the Don Juan Song, probably butchered his name, Seasonal Trap tuning setup. It's going to make our lives easier. It's going to make this speed trap less of a pain. I think it's easier to go from the dirt road, and I'm going to try it from the second puddle back. We got to get like a good 100 miles an hour coming off the dirt road if possible. There it is, 100 miles an hour coming off the dirt road. Come on. Come on. No, I'm 2 miles an hour off. You gotta be kidding me. There it is. Holy. That's really hard. You gotta, I don't know if some of y'all are gonna be able to do this, but honestly, if you just remember everything that Teacher Wonka taught you, your 2 plus 2s, I recommend going from the dirt road. You only need 3rd gear if you use the Donzhuang. Friendly reminder to take your $4 million Bentley out for a cruise. Doesn't want to sit in the garage all the time. You put 100 miles on it and then you never touch it again. That's the deal. Time for a speed zone. Off-road speed zone in the Mini that has the weirdest tire setup ever. However, I'll give you this tuning setup because it is one of the better tuning setups. The Mini is one of the cheaper, better off-road vehicles. So get yourself one for about 30 grand plus modifications. And you too will be able to beat the classic rally speed zone up ahead. You can do it, class. I believe in you. Just like I taught you, elbows in. Is anybody else working up a sweat doing this? I can smell my pits from here. I'm sorry, that's not very kid show friendly, is it? To be honest, this whole thing isn't very kid show friendly. It's just meant to belittle you, really. And I want to be clear. This isn't directed towards people who actually need this guide. If you need this guide, I don't blame you. I use guides to help me do the seasonal events sometimes too. It's the people who complained about dumb shit. That's the people who I'm targeting here. Now for the racing championships. We've got the cross country championship, which you're going to go ahead and use your A-class Jeep Trailcat, which is why we also used it to complete the Baja. Apparently everyone is using a Trailcat in this race, which makes sense. It's Trailcat race. The following is brought to you by the letter D. D is for dead donkey. What in the hell? Which track toy shall you pick? With so many great options, I don't know if you can really go wrong. The BMW X5 is going to be another pretty darn good option. This thing is insanely fast with insanely good handling for a vehicle of its size. If you're looking for a car that is free because you don't want to spend any more money, the F40 competition version with a tune would also be a pretty damn good car. Literally anyone can drive this X5. It is the easiest and one of the fastest cars in the game. Also, a little tip for those of you Gen Zers who like to quit at the side of any form of resistance. The highly skilled AIs are going to pull ahead of you at the start, but you just stay in the race and keep clawing your way back into it. Don't be a quitter, you little shitter. For the last race series, we have a rally race. So you're going to want something that's either front wheel or all wheel drive if you want to make it easy on yourself. You can do it in a rear wheel drive car, but I think the Minis are one of the better lower end rally cars / off-road cars. Obviously you get up into the AS plus classes, gets a little bit different. Mini falls off. So this is completely stock, but it's the limited edition Mini, the GP, whatever the heck this is called. And there you go. It is doable. The other leader of the pack is in the same Mini, I'm pretty sure. What is it? The Cooper Works something Mini. But any of them will work with a tune. All-wheel drive or front-wheel drive is your friend. Mini's a nice cheap option. Volkswagen's a nice cheap option. If you're struggling, just put any tune on it. Honestly, any tune will get the job done, unless you're really struggling. In which case, you might just want to give your older brother the controller or something, I don't know. Maybe your sister. Maybe your younger sister's better than you, I don't know. Again, this Mini is completely stock, and I am miles out in front. It's not even close.
All right, kids, you did very good today. Now we're gonna hunt for treasure. Can you say map? Say map. We need the map. So say map. Wow, good job. You opened the map. Can you point at the racetrack? Good job. Get yourself into your GTR R35 and let's go hunting.
So I'm assuming, because it's a 1917, we have to smash 17 tires. If I'm wrong about that, then it's going to be 35 probably for the R35 aspect. Turn it around. Oh. That didn't work out as well as I had thought. Careful for the white and red tires. They don't move. So we need 35 wreckage skills is what we need. So every time we get wreckage, whether it's regular wreckage, awesome, great, doesn't matter. We just need to keep wrecking things 35 times. The landscaping, I think that counts as a wreckage skill. Hit tires, hit fences, just go absolutely crazy. And to find the treasure, we want to go right about here. We're going to follow this here dirt trail, and it's going to lead us right to the treasure. All the way till just about where the eliminator is. And it should be right up here on this cliff. Oh, disaster! La Selva, the final place that we need to go. Take a photo of our 1999 Puma racer. Puma? 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 Oh, thought we were gonna travel there together. He just probably teleported though. And this, kids, is all the time we have for today. Once you get your photo, get it autographed, and get your shit and get out. And just like that, you know everything you need to know to complete this. I can't help you when it comes to elimination and stuff like that. You just go hide. Don't drive. You'll hide on the map. It'll be great. You could do this. You can finish 30th or better. I believe in you. And either way, it's enough to claim both of our prizes. You've earned them. Now go have a yogurt and a cheese string. Quitters or shitters, remember that.